Okay, first time these things have been fitted together. We've got a whole bunch of pieces made from whole bunches of different kind of wood that I've cut out, and some of them cut them out so they'd fit together real tight, and other ones you kind of do the best you can. You don't look for a very perfect fit on this first fitting. The reason being, I don't know if you can see it, but on the back of these things are little fuzzy pieces of hairs of wood sticking out. And that's because scroll saws leave little fuzzy hairs of wood sticking out the backside of the piece. Those prevent a perfect fit right from the start. I haven't knocked those, we call them the fuzzies, down yet. And the other thing is that some of the pieces may need to be worked together a little bit more. We can do it on the scroll saw, just put them together and cut a little bit. I'm having an issue with the bird. Apparently the pattern that I use for the bird is bigger than the pattern that I had on the paper. I don't know how that happened, but I can trim branches a little bit and get a fit. That's not a big issue. It's just something we find out from the start. So this is the first fitting. It's pretty much together. I did take the double layer of red cedar and aspen down, and I just put in the individual pieces the way they are. That's why you kind of see wood and paper right there. Once I peel the paper off the red cedar, you'll actually see how the check pattern is going to work. So here we are so far. A little bit more adjusting and we will have a fit, and then we can start shaping the piece. Okay, we're just finishing up peeling the paper off, the pattern paper off the pieces and marking them on the back. We mark them on the back with a number or some kind of mark for two reasons. One, it kind of, as you first start playing with your piece, it kind of gives you a reference as to where each piece goes. However, after you've fiddled with this thing and sanded and taken it apart and put it back together, you pretty much get a memorization of where all the pieces are. So the second and probably the most important piece or reason for this is to tell you which side not to sand. If you pick up a piece and you're looking at some kind of mark or a number or whatever, flip it over, because this is the side you want to sand, not the side with the mark on it. And as you can see now, we've pretty much determined there really is a teddy bear sitting on a log with a chainsaw and a cardinal hidden in all those pieces of wood we cut out. He's kind of flat. Yes, I know some pieces are thicker than other pieces, and we don't care because we're going to sand them all down to what we want anyway. So this guy is just about ready to shape. Remember earlier I had said that the pattern I used to cut out the bird for some reason was larger than the pattern that I put in the layout. I don't know how that happened. I don't care how that happened. As a result, this piece here came up about 1/4 of an inch too short. That's easy to fix. I will cut a new one so that it fits perfectly. So that's done. Secondly, this guy needs a name tag right there. It's supposed to say Chuck. So I have to take this piece and fix that in there. That's a method of doing inlay. Remember, this is where I said I was going to cut it in half and laminate some light wood and with this and flip it over and cut it from the back. I'll get into that in a little detail later on. But for right now, this is pretty much what you get. Okay, I've taken my this piece, which comes from here, and cut it in half. Now we're just going to use the upper half of this. I flip it over because I want to deal with the back side of it. I've already cut out the word Chuck backwards, and I've spread a little glue on it, and that's going to sit right over that pocket, just so. Here's the wood that I'm going to use for the letters. It's a light wood. Actually, it's box elder without the red streak in it. So we're going to position our piece over that. Now we're going to cut with this side facing up, even though it's the back side, because these letters are backwards. And once we get everything all cut out, then we can flip it over. The letters will face the right direction and they'll fit down into this wood. The term I'm going to use is 1 degrees. What I have to do is, normally I keep everything straight up and down, but now I got to go about 1 degrees off at an angle instead of straight up and down. I do that on a drill press where I can drill down through these holes so I can get a scroll saw blade in there, and then I adjust my scroll saw table so the blade is 1 degree off so I can cut the letters. And we'll go see how it works and if I have to make another one afterwards.